Imagine riding a small sled down a frozen track while lying face down. That's the life of a skeleton athlete.
And one Wisconsin woman is on track to represent the U.S. in the Olympics. Fox's Jen Latta has more.
For Lori Bausch, a stolen identity led to her current identity. The Wisconsinite was in Australia playing rugby when the theft forced her back home.
It was easier to deal with that moving back into the U.S. than calling my bank 15 hours away and with nothing left in my account.
Rugby in the rear view, the Eau Claire grad thought maybe she'd be a strength and conditioning coach. So she took an internship at the Olympic training facility in Lake Placid, where bobsledders and skeleton athletes trained.
A lot of times, kind of encourage you to, because you're working with the athletes, it's a unique sport, to just kind of try it so you're familiar.
Kick down the track. That's how she describes her first run.
Not only did I love it, the first curve, but I just kind of had that natural form that they were looking for.
But it was a fateful trip, and ever since that day, the 27-year-old has been training as a skeleton athlete herself.
If you just drop, oh, I do skeleton, either they play along with it and say, yeah, okay, and you can tell that they don't have a clue, and you really have to break it down, and then when they do, they might think you're crazy.
It's a lot like the luge, a solo rider on a sled flying 90 miles an hour down an icy track with banks and curves. But skeleton is face first.
Our toes are actually our brakes. You physically train intensely to prepare for it.
To do that, Lori spends her summers in Washington County, lifting and training at Concordia University.
A lot of times I'm up by 4 a.m. Routinely, I'd say about 5 days a week, I'm up at 4 a.m. and 2 days a week I don't get home until 4 a.m.
She trains in the morning, works an 8 to 5, trains again, and then heads to her bartending job. It is exhausting and expensive.
I can literally spend probably 1.5, 2 times what I earned in a year in the sport.
But well worth it. Now a member of the U.S. team and a promising candidate for the 2014 Olympics, Lori is traveling again, on her way back to Lake Placid. Her identity now is safe. She's a skeleton athlete, and no one can take that away from her. Jen Latta, Fox Sports.
That's a cool shot at the end.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
The training involved, I'm just astounded by that.